Hi, it's G from Native Speakers Academy, and welcome to another edition of Useful Stuff. These are our supplementary sessions for the students of Native Speakers Academy Holistic Language School. These sessions are designed to keep you thinking and to make you aware of some things that perhaps you don't think about normally on a day-to-day basis. So, as you can see from our infographic, we're going to look at 10 important life skills that are essential for children. Now, this is not an exclusive list, so there are many, many, many more skills which I'm sure you can think of that are just as important. But here are a few that are key, and that if you're a teacher, you might want to think about including it in your classes for younger students. And if you're a parent, you should already be aware of most of these things. So let's have a look through this together. Now, another thing that I want to point out today is that people who create infographics seem to be having a bad time with their grammar. This is because I just realized that the title has a mistake in it. 10 important life skills every child needs to learn. Should be every child needs to learn. Every child needs to learn. Get the grammar right. Get it checked by a native speaker. Even one from Native Speakers Academy. Why not? So, 10 important life skills every child needs to learn. We have compiled 10 skills for you that will help you understand the importance of life skills for children, which are very useful and universally acknowledged for kids to learn. So, it's common sense, really, isn't it? Skill number 1, cooking. Everybody loves to eat. So, this is something that binds us together. And we need to eat. Why do we need to eat? Not because food is good, but because our body needs energy. Our body needs to break down the food into its base element, vitamins and minerals, and send them to the parts of the body to give us energy and to repair things that we need to repair. Remember, if you're eating food because you love the taste of it, then there's a high probability that it's not doing your body that much good. So you've got to think about those key base vitamins and minerals, getting them into your body every day. And one of the ways that we can teach children about this is through cooking. And as a parent, you can ask your child to assist you in the kitchen from a young age. This introduces them to hot and cold. This introduces them to knives, which are sharp. This introduces them to the concepts of responsibility. This introduces them to preparation and planning. This introduces them to patience, waiting for something to cook, waiting for something to bake, waiting to add the right ingredients. This introduces them to the alchemy, the chemistry that is good cooking. And hey, everyone loves a good cook, so it's a very important skill that we can carry through life with us, and why not get into it from a very young age. Think about in terms of preparation and planning, the money that you need. You have to go shopping, you have to buy the ingredients, so there's short-term and long-term planning involved, so that there's a lot there. Text reads, this is always a good thing, as it will instill healthy and polite dining etiquette also. There's also laying the table, setting the table, which food goes with which food. I think I've just rolled off a list of pretty important reasons why cooking is one of those essential life skills that children need to develop. So let them get hands-on experience. Let them play. With supervision, of course. Wilderness survival techniques. Perhaps we're looking at slightly older children here, and you can take your kids to wilderness survival camps. You can take them to normal camps. You can take them out. They can join a scouting group. They can go camping with the scouts. You can take them out into a field. You can camp in the back garden. You can get some friends together and share the experience. You can camp or sleep under the stars in the summer if the weather is nice as well. So you can take your kids with you to wilderness survival camps. That would be a bit extreme. I think you can just do normal camping. Go to a festival. Take them to a music festival where they can experience music together with the camping. Such camps will teach your kids skills such as how to build a shelter. You can build your own shelter. You don't have to use a tent. You can build your own shelter. Why not build a tree house or something like that? Cook over a campfire. Move safely over harsh terrain. Use a compass. Read maps. Or with modern technology, how to use GPS to plan trips, for example. How to use GPS for navigation. You can do geocaching where you hunt for objects that other people have hidden. So there's quite a lot. These skills will help kids build self-confidence and independence. It will also help them again with preparation and planning. What kind of clothes do you need to wear? Do you need to take stuff not just for today but also for tomorrow? And it will also give them the experience of fun adventures that they will be able to share and hopefully remember for most of their life. And it'll get them into the outdoors. It'll get them outside. It'll get them in contact with the base elements, the earth, the tree bark, the fresh air, the soft grass. All of these sensory experiences that children need to have. Moving on. Essential skill number 3, home garden basics. Consider using your back garden for this purpose. Why not? Why not have the experience of planting seeds and watching vegetables grow? Why not have the experience of seeing how the weather affects the landscape? Why not have the experience of seeing what works and what doesn't work, what you can plant where and what you can't plant where? Do a bit of research on the internet. Which plants like the sun? Which plants don't like the sun? There are so many possibilities there. Your kids can learn basic skills about how the weather affects plants, how seeds sprout, how gardeners cope with plant problems, how the plants affect the animals, how the animals affect the plants. I can tell you that in the last year I've discovered which plants are tasty to sheep, as when the sheep have escaped into the lower part of my garden, they have devoured a large number of leafy growing plants, bushes and trees, especially the leaves from the grapevines that are growing. They love them. Anyway, it's a great experience also to pick and to eat the strawberries, the raspberries, the beans in the garden. So it's teaching about times of the year, it's teaching about seasons, and it's getting into the thick of things, which is where children need to be to have a learning experience. Moving on. First aid skills. First aid skills. Children hurt themselves quite frequently while playing, so they should learn how to save themselves and others from accidents and emergencies. If you've got a number of children at home, you will know that children readily crash into things, fall over things, trip over things, fall into things, fall down things, fall up things, and have no fear in general. So as a parent of 3, I'm used to this kind of environment at home where it's a bit like living in the middle of a football match. Um, Children hurt themselves very frequently, as far as I can see. There's scrapes and there's cuts and there's bruises everywhere. So, teach them how to clean the wound, teach them where to find the plasters, how to put a plaster on, how to put a bandage on to support something if it's necessary. It's an inevitable. It's inevitable that there's going to be these kinds of problems with kids. So why not use them as an opportunity for a learning experience? You can also teach them which kind of medicines work for which kind of problems. What do you use if you're stung by a wasp? What do you use if you're stung by a bee? What do you use if you fall into nettles, for example? What can we use to reduce pain, to bring a fever down, and so on? So again, the beginning of very important life skills. Swimming. Now you can't underestimate the importance of this. A large proportion of this planet is water, and we need it to survive. Without it we couldn't exist, and yet at the same time it's something we have to be very, very careful with, especially with younger children. Of course, responsible parents take their children to the swimming pool. They send them for swimming lessons. They try to teach them a little bit themselves. They try to get them familiar with water and comfortable with water so that they enjoy being in it. Your kid needs to learn how to swim even if she does not live close to water. Think about those holidays where you travel and you find water through that, or perhaps school trips or family trips. Everyone likes to go to the seaside, for example. This is one skill that may not only save. This is one skill that may not only save the one who knows it, but also others. So having this skill gives you the opportunity to save others in times of emergencies. And one thing that I've got into, again, in the last year, is swimming in the countryside, swimming in natural water, swimming in lake water rather than swimming in a swimming pool. It's a very, very interesting experience for the body, and the body likes to be surrounded by water. The experience of being in water is generally a very pleasant one, especially as I've noticed for people who have health problems or illnesses, because the water is taking some of your weight and allowing you to do exercise while you're in it and providing resistance at the same time. So very good, very healthy for the body. Think about those professional swimmers that you see. They just look fantastic, right? Their bodies look like chiseled works of classical art, and this shows you that swimming is generally a healthy exercise for the whole body. Moving on, money management skills. Teach your children the value of money and how to save money in order to use it in the future. Now, you might want to give your children some pocket money. You might want to teach them to budget. You might want to get them to learn to count. You might want to be able to send them to the local shop. You might want to have them doing various chores around the house and getting financial rewards as part of that, and the rewards they can spend or the rewards they can save. That gives them a valuable experience that they can use in their life. If there's something that they want to buy or something that they need and you need to buy it, look at the price of it, look at the cost of it, look at how much work you need to do to acquire that one thing. There are endless lessons we can learn with that. The value of money, how different people value different things in different ways. How you can barter and trade, how you can knock down prices through conversation about the value of a product. So management skills in terms of money, always important to learn, very useful for life as well. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Think about that. Laundry. Keeping things tidy, keeping things neat, keeping things clean. Every kid should learn washing their own clothes. Well, they should learn the processes, I think. Always nice to know how the washing machine works, basically. I'm not even sure I know quite how our washing machine totally works, but never mind. It will be helpful for your kid when he or she goes to school or college. Yeah, you want them to take some of those responsibilities on before they become too old to take them on, if you understand. Your child will learn how to take care of their own clothes, the value of the clothes, maybe how to sew on a button or repair something. And everyone likes to look good, so it's an important part of fashion, not just having clothes, but keeping them clean, keeping yourself well presented. And finding a place to dry stuff as well in winter when the weather's bad. Right. Household repairs. Always important to have a few practical skills that you can use around the house, whether it's working with electric or whether it's working with water or whether it's working with building materials. Always important to have a little bit of knowledge to know what you can do and to have someone that you can go to ask for help or ask for advice with these problems. Children, missing a capital letter there. See, work on your infographics, guys. Work on your infographics. Children are always eager to know what is inside a TV, a fridge. I can tell you the food is in the fridge. Washing machine, mobile, etc. They're always dropping things, they're always breaking things, they're always taking things apart. I'm always putting them back together, they're always taking them apart, I'm always putting them back together, they're always taking them apart, and I'm always giving up. Motivate them to learn something more from their inquisitiveness. Let them look, let them search, let them play with things, let them break some things so that they understand the value of them. Children are naturally inquisitive. They naturally ask questions, they naturally learn, they naturally want to know more. You don't need to push them in this direction. It's natural for them. The idea that if you don't have a school, if you don't have a teacher, a child will not learn is just insane. They devour knowledge, they devour information, they devour what the universe has to offer, and they are often much more observant than adults as well. Let's keep it going. Are you still with me? Number 9, defense skills, specifically self-defense skills. You can't be with your kids all the time to protect them, and you don't want to be standing looking over their shoulder all the time. So you can't be with them all the time to protect them from life's unpleasant surprises. So why don't you get him or her admitted to, why don't you register them with a self-defense skill class? Why don't you register them with martial arts? It's good for stretching, it's good for body development, it's good for self-discipline. Such lessons will not only enable your kid to avert any sudden attack, they will be able to defend themselves. It will also help in his or her overall mind focus and development. And it will give them self-confidence. If you are not afraid to enter a situation, then you are going to be more confident overall as a person. This doesn't mean you want to put yourself into dangerous situations, but life throws these things at us. You have to be ready for that moment, whenever that moment comes. You have to be prepared before that moment comes. If the moment comes and you're not prepared and you're not ready, it's gone. It's gone, and that's it. So always be prepared. BP, Baden Powell. Yeah, when I was a Boy Scout, that was what we were told. Be prepared. get ready. You're not sure what's going to happen, so you got to give yourself the skills that you might need to solve the problems that you might find yourself in. And not just problems for you, problems for the people around about you as well. And if you're confident in that in yourself, that's naturally good for your character, and it will attract other people naturally to you and what you do. One more to go through: time management. Teach her or him to dress without help. Get ready before school. Be not just on time, but be in time. And finish homework within a specified time. Finish homework early. Don't be staying up late. Don't be doing it at the last minute. Give yourself time. Time is all we have. As she grows up, or he or she will know how to manage time more effectively. Try to give them an understanding. Children have a very hard time with this concept of minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. And it's very important to spend a little time with them explaining the processes of things. Let them understand how short-term plans work, how long-term plans work, how we need to prepare now for things that will be next week, next month, next year. Get them to try to make plans. Get them to go through the process of adapting the plans when things change. If you have a plan, you can improvise. But if you're improvising, you can't really create a plan. So always have a plan, and then you've still got room to diversify, you've got room to spread out, you've got room to improvise with things. So that was 10. I'm sure you can think of some more. If you can, suggest them. And maybe create your own infographic and spread the word so that the good news can be heard everywhere. So thank you very much for staying with me through our time management, defense skills, household repairs, laundry, money management skills, swimming, first aid skills, home garden basics, wilderness survival tips, and cooking. These are the important life skills that need to be, that we need to spend time with when we spend time with our children. It's been a pleasure for me to present this information to you. My name is G. I'm the director of Native Speakers Academy. We are a holistic language school based in Slovakia. The website is www.nsa-slovakia.com. This is a supplementary presentation for the students of Native Speakers Academy to keep you thinking about the things that are important in life. So stay focused, and wherever you are, I wish you a great day. Link up with us on social media: Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google+, yada 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 yada, and so on. I'm sure you get the point. There will be another short presentation soon, if I can find the time. And stay cool wherever you are. Thank you very much for paying attention.